7:03 p.m. The location of this interview is the Command Staff Conference Room at the New Smyrna Beach Police Department. Presently being interviewed is Sergeant Richard Kirkland. I am Lieutenant Mark Severance with the New Smyrna Beach Police Department. Are you aware this interview is being recorded?
I am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the statement you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Sometime earlier, Officer Brett G. had received a distressing call from a business manager.
He's reached out to him for help.
On December 14th, 2021, there was a CAD call asking for police to respond to 143 Canal Street in reference to a suspicious person. Are you familiar with that call?
I am.
Were you working as the Bravo shift supervisor that evening?
I was.
So you were filling in for another supervisor,
Yes,
correct?
I was on overtime. Correct. The suspicious person call came out, was dispatched to Galt about a male bothering customers and asking for money. I was contacted by Officer Beatty after the call for service, not during it, but yes.
Okay, so you had no knowledge of what was going on at the scene at the time when either Officer Galt was there or Officer Beatty was there?
Correct.
So, you said Officer Beatty calls you, you believe, at the end of his interaction.
While recounting the incident, Officer G. constantly struggled to get a hold of himself. The reason behind this behavior would surface much later.
The business.
Shoot after them?
Huh?
Shoot after them?
Why? They said you're asking the customers for money and stuff like that.
Oh, God bless them on this one.
Okay, well, they don't want you up front of the business.
I don't want you up in front of the business.
Okay, well, that's not how this is
So you
going
can go get in your car and leave?
No. They said you're asking for money and stuff like that.
That's what they said? It's hearsay.
Huh?
It's hearsay.
That's...
I say I'm not asking for money.
Okay, well, they said you're up front. So can you just go somewhere else?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not going somewhere. I'll put it in my heart to stand right here. I'm staying right here.
Okay, but they don't want you blocking the sidewalk and stuff.
I'm not blocking the sidewalk.
Okay, you have your ID on you?
I don't have any ID on me, guy.
Okay.
And if I did, I wouldn't give it to you anyway.
Alright, well, you need to just move along. That's all they want you to do.
Nope, not happening.
Why?
Because I'm just saying God bless someone's does.
Okay, yeah, and you have the right to do that.
Yeah.
They just don't want you in front of their business.
But that wasn't the entire truth.
What did they tell you?
The call note started out saying that there was a male dressed in all black, black shirt, black jacket, and originally he was asking for money from people that sat in there, and that's all I read because I was right around the corner from the scene. So
what crime were you intending to investigate there?
well, at that point they said that he was at or in the business asking for money, and the business owner just wanted him to be moved along, and they didn't want anything to happen to him. But at that point, he was in the business asking people for money, as far as I understood from that point.
Okay.
Jeff had some wisdom to share with Officer G, but the cop was already sold on the other side of the story. Officer G had to get a few facts at this.
On your arrival on scene, what did you observe?
A black male, or not a white male dressed in all black, standing on the sidewalk.
Can you describe the interaction you had with him?
Normal questions I had, just what are you doing there? Is there a purpose you're up here? Stuff like that. He was just keeping to himself at that point.
Okay. What did he tell you he was doing?
That he was just whatever the sign was like, God bless the homeless vets. He was just trying to make people aware of that.
Okay.
And he just kept going on that topic.
Unsure of how to proceed, Officer G made a hasty decision, a decision he would soon come to regret.
Okay, your sign doesn't say it, so I don't know. I mean, have you asked anybody for money?
I mean, I'll tell you, my name is Jeff. What's your name?
Officer Galt.
Officer what?
Galt.
Galt?
Yes, sir.
G-A-U-L-T?
G-A-O-T. And you haven't asked for money or anything like that?
I'm not going to answer your question.
Okay. Can I just see the back of your sign? Alright. You're making this more complicated than it has to be.
No, I'm not. I'm standing here on the sidewalk saying God bless someone's veterans.
I know, but are you talking to any of these customers?
Yeah, I'm saying God bless someone's veterans.
Okay, well, if they don't want you talking, then you just can't keep saying the same thing over and over again, causing this problem with them.
Alright, well, have a nice night, sir.
Okay, well, they just want you moved along, so can you go ahead and move along for me?
No, sir. I didn't know you guys had body cams.
Yes. Every agency has body cameras, so.
And that's recording it.
For someone who was so uncertain, Officer Bay showed a remarkable amount of confidence in deciding to take things into his own hands.
Do you know what was public property and what was business property? Roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you tell Mr. Gray that asking for money is technically against city ordinance?
At that point, I thought panhandling was a city ordinance violation.
Okay, so it was your belief that it was?
Yes, sir.
Where did you get that?
I thought that early on in the training that we had a call, and there was people asking for money, and I thought that we looked up a city ordinance violation that was panhandling, and it's not a city ordinance violation. It's a state statute actually. So,
For what's the state statute refer to?
like if you're blocking, like stepping out in traffic, blocking people's right to move.
So it's a 316 violation for some type of impediment of traffic.
Right.
If
It's a
you're
traffic violation.
soliciting or entering traffic patterns, right? That wasn't the case here, was it?
No.
Okay. Did you speak with the reporting party inside the business?
I did.
So describe your conversation with him.
I tried to talk to him and be like, hey man, I don't ever be in trouble or I just don't want my customers to be.
I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah, she's scared to leave. She didn't want to leave. Is that what you're saying?
Good.
No.
I changed my mind about the ID. I will show you my ID.
Okay. All right.
There's my IMID.
All right. Yeah. Well, can you just move along for me? That's all they want you to do.
I'm not moving along.
The accusations continued to mount.
He initially was like, oh, he was up talking to people at the table, asking them for money, and then when my wages went out, he went on to say that he was harassing her, and he wouldn't go into detail of that, and the waitress didn't want to go into detail about that either.
Okay.
So at that point, I went back out, and
You re-engaged Mr. Gray.
I did. Yeah. At that point, I believed he might have been asking people for money due to him not answering my questions. So that's why I went back out and re-engaged with him. I thought we had something maybe stirring up.
So at this point, you're still thinking panhandling is a city ordinance
Yes.
violation,
Yes.
and you're acting on that assumption.
Unsure of how to proceed,
At this point, to any layperson, it may look like handcuffing Jeff for failing to show his ID was standard protocol, but as it turns out, Jeff knew the law better than the cops.